Hello, it's Richard Bowser here from Property Investor News with Richard Little from Your Land Partner. Hello again, Richard.
Hi, Richard.
Yes, so we talked earlier about the marketplace, the backdrop to the market in terms of what's been happening in London, Greater London, the South East, but also what we're seeing in the regions. Clearly, some property developers started some years ago and they're now in the ground, bringing projects out of the ground. And in some locations, obviously, there's been a softening. What would you suggest perhaps to property developers, small, medium-sized SME developers, to perhaps mitigate their risk if they are in marketplaces that are softening?
Yeah, it's a really good question. Certainly something we're seeing quite a lot.
Yes.
So the first thing we'd be sort of saying is you need to be in constant communication with your funders,
yes,
firstly, but you need to be giving them some information. So this is where you're working with the sales guys, the agents, etc., or the lettings guys if you're looking to let. And,
yes,
and obviously what we're really looking to do, even if we intend to sell, we should now be looking at, you know, a hold strategy potentially. And whilst there is a softening in the actual prices, there's also a longer time taken to sell. So it's not just the finances, it's the time as well. So be readjusting your time frames, you know, the actual programs, and also look to see if you can actually potentially slow down the build, which is what the volume builders do.
Yes.
You know, and they'll stop if necessary. We call it mothballing.
Yep.
So we'll
turning off the tap.
Pretty much. Yeah, we'll decide at unit 10, 12, whatever it is, we will stop. Easier to do with house developments.
Yes.
Flatted developments slightly harder.
Yes.
However, we can stop by not fitting out. It has all sorts of impacts, but ultimately we need to talk to the funders, the investors, and keep them on board. And you know, we find communication, you know, it's fine. Yeah. We're fortunate that we haven't got anything in the ground at the moment. We're about to go into the ground, but we've taken all those factors into account before we go into the ground. And so some people, as you said, are very, very unfortunate and stuck with units that are finished. The other thing that we sort of suggest is talk to housing associations.
Yes.
So
good, yeah.
they've got a lot of money in the pockets at the moment,
yes,
and we've got one at the moment where they're paying 100% market value.
Wow.
And that's not uncommon throughout the country at the moment. They're getting quite a decent subsidy, should we say, from
yes,
the government, etc. So yeah, consider other ways of moving it on, you know, but it very much don't put your head in the sand. We get a lot of stuff on our table from funders, etc., and you know, fixed charge holders,
yes,
where it's too late. And you know, we've had a couple go in the
yes,
last couple of weeks that
yes,
we're aware of,
yeah,
and you know, people that people will know of, they will be aware of them. Your readers, you know, they'll know
yes,
some of these people.
yes.
They've just been, you know, might be a bit naive, but they've been unfortunate.
Yeah,
you know,
caught at the wrong time of the cycle, and perhaps, you know, as I use that phrase, stretch the elastic band of optimism a little bit too far.
Very true.
Yeah. Richard, thanks for those words. Thank you very much. So it's Richard Bowser, Property Investor News with Richard Little of Your Land Partner.